Hey, restaurant pros, do you want to know what one of the biggest mistakes restaurant owners make when it comes to their business? It's running the restaurant instead of leading it. I've literally worked with thousands of restaurant owners over the years, and quite frankly, it pains me to see how many restaurant owners are fulfilling the wrong roles in the restaurant, which in turn makes them a prisoner to the restaurants, all while throwing profitability to what I call dumbass luck. So stick around and I'll share with you what your role as a restaurant owner needs to be to avoid making this mistake. I'm David Scott Peters, restaurant expert, coach, and creator of the Restaurant Prosperity Formula. I've been coaching restaurant owners since 2003, and I'm really glad you're here to learn. Let's take a deep dive into what your role needs to be as the leader of your business. Hey, before I get into that, if you like tips and tricks like this, do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and oh yeah, that bell so you're notified when my next video tip comes out. And if you want more tips and tricks for running a profitable restaurant or listen to restaurant owner success stories, make sure you tune into my podcast, Restaurant Prosperity Formula, found on all the popular podcasting services. Hey, look, all too often restaurant owners fall into the trap of if you want something done right, you got to do it yourself. Or they fall into the old adage, you got to lead by example, which really translates into you got to work harder than anybody else on your team. What do these two mistakes mean when it comes to your time and your life? You know what I'm going to say. It makes you a prisoner to your business. You cannot leave. You're the only one who has to write a schedule, place an order. You're the only one who can open the restaurant properly. You're the only one, which means you cannot leave. Oh, the other part is it makes you the smartest person in the building, which means we're going to learn to enable people to do nothing. They don't even have to think. See, when that kitchen sink is dripping, right? Drip, drip, drip. Again, what does the manager text you? Hey, owner, kitchen sink's dripping again. Emails you, tells you, writes it in the manager log. Don't care. They pass the buck to you. And you go, ah. So you go get your toolbox and you go fix it. Well, if we enable our managers to actually say they can do their job, that you're not the only one who can change a 20-cent O-ring, well, then we tell them go down to the hardware store with $1 and go get a 20-cent O-ring, go grab the wrench from the supply closet or whatever you've got it living, and replace it. Why is it the owner has to do it? Well, that's because you've put yourself in that position. See, the new adage you need to adopt, and if you've been following me for any length of period of time, you know what I'm about to say. You need to start to work on your business rather than in it. That's the key to becoming the restaurant owner your restaurant needs, the leader your restaurant needs. See, your role as a restaurant owner is to do 5 very distinct things. One is to work on budgets. See, budgets are your proactive plan for success. Not using industry averages, but based on your business, your sales, your style of product, your location, your minimum wage, you. What systems do we put in place? How quickly you put them in place? And what are the results we're expecting to get? That is your job to lead this business financially and decide what systems need to go in place and by when. That's incredibly important. Next, number 2, you got to work on marketing. It's your damn business. See, we've always got to be working on top line sales. We've always got to be working on growing our sales, assuming we got Restaurant 101 right, and we're not turning people away one customer at a time, really thousands because they're on Yelp and saying bad things about us. But if you got your shit together, then you need to be increasing sales, because the most amazing thing is once we pass that break-even point, when sales pass that point, whether we're efficient or not, you start to make money hand over fist, because now your profitability is 30%, 25%, it's 40%. Number 3, lead. You need to become the leader your restaurant needs. See, the job of your manager is to find out what's unique about each individual, what's going on in their lives, push their buttons to get the most out of them. Your job as a leader is to see what's in common in that group. Tell them the direction you're going, why you're going that way, inspire them and lead them that direction. That's your job, is to move the company forward. 4, you got to develop your managers. See, the critical piece to getting you freedom from your business, critical piece for you to make money, to feel comfortable that you don't have to be there all the time, is developing your managers. And that could be starting with MITs, managers in training, supervisors, don't care what you call them, or it's outsiders that you've invited into your business and hired. But you've got to tell them what your systems are, your processes, your way. You need to train them so they know their job, how to do it, how well it should be done, more importantly, by when. Because when we do that, it sets us up for the fifth and final thing that every good restaurant owner knows: you need to hold your management team accountable. See, it doesn't matter what systems or processes you put in place. It doesn't matter the training you have if you're not ultimately willing to hold them accountable, saying, this is what's going to happen in my business. These are the things that are going to happen, and here's to my standard. And by when? By how well? See, this all ties together. Ultimately, when you become the leader your restaurant needs, it puts you in a position where you can leave your business, have a life, and make the money you deserve. You need to start taking the appropriate steps to change your role in your restaurant today. If you're tired of not being able to leave your restaurant because no one else knows how to run it, I want to make sure you know it doesn't have to be that way. You can leave your restaurant. It is possible to build a team of people who know how you want the restaurant to run, with trained and responsible people in place. You can give yourself time away. What would you do if you had time away from your restaurant? Would you sleep better? Would your relationships improve? Would you feel more relaxed? These are all things you deserve to experience as a business owner. It's why we own our own businesses. If you would like to learn how to own a restaurant that doesn't depend on you to be successful, click the link in the description to watch a free video to learn exactly what you have to do. Also, be sure to subscribe to get my weekly tips and watch these 2 videos to get more information and guidance for running a successful restaurant.